Hey, hey, don't miss the play. Flurry Sports will save your day. Cracking jokes with sports insight. Zach and Jake, they get it right. Fuck yeah.
What's up, everybody? Happy Thanksgiving week, the week everyone's been looking forward to for this podcast in general. And honestly, big announcements on the show today.
Ooh.
Big announcements on the show. Fun show today. But let's start with NFL talk. Let's start with NFL Week 12 headlines. Let's get the business out of the way. And then we're going to have some fun. We're going to talk about which coach is the most thankful and which coach couldn't even be bothered, more hateful than thankful. And then we're going to compare them to different Thanksgiving foods. Big show plan, and an announcement that many of you already know, but some of you may not know. But let's start with the Week 12 headlines. Every week, Jake and I name 2 headlines from each week, and we're going to compile them at the end of the year, figure out what exactly happened this year. We remember the Chiefs being dead. We remember them being all the way back. We remember them being dead again. We remember the Ravens being dead. They are now in the playoffs leading the division. We remember the spitter, Jalen Carter, week 1. We remember the liar, Jamar Chase, last week. But what are we going to remember this week by? The first one I have is a real NFL talking point, I think. I think this is not exaggeration. This is what I believe in my heart. I think the MVP race is done.
Oh,
I think it's fully done. So yesterday, NFL Sunday, well, this week, NFL. Week 12. Josh Allen, Patrick Mahomes, Lamar Jackson, Drake May, Jonathan Taylor. Five, I believe, of the top 6 MVP candidates. They combined for 1 touchdown.
yeah.
The top man is the clone of former NFL quarterback Matthew Stafford. I'm not forgetting that. We need to go loop back around to whatever the hell that was. He is not the same person, but the man now known as Matthew Stafford has locked up the MVP. And I don't think anything, like, he could have a 4 interception game coming up. And it's like, oh, okay. Now he has had one of those games when everybody else has already had stinkers anyway. There's no chance he loses this, right?
No, I think I'm trying to think of a narrative they would like more. I think Taylor had an impossible task. And I think weirdly,
Yes.
like, there's an outside chance of the only thing that Taylor has going for him as a running back is the good and bad of he could have McCaffrey the year he should have won it a couple years back. There is not a running back award for being consistently great. So if he has one 5 touchdown game, down the line, I think he's a running back and it's later in the season and people don't want to vote for Stafford, that would be in there, but it's done. Listen, they're not going to give it there. And I don't think anyone's within statistical shooting distance of Stafford at this point. So it would have to be, to me, the only narrative coming in that was going to be better. He's just not even going to get in the same wheelhouse. If Lamar Jackson got close, I think there could be a narrative push for some voters to right or wrong. He's not close.
He's been bad, though.
100%. So they've got, bigger fish to fry in Baltimore, trying to right a ship there a little bit. So I don't think there's any chance. I think Baker and the Bucks are also done.
Yeah, cooked. Drake May was number 2 heading into this week. I thought he had no chance anyways, especially if Vrabel's going to win Coach of the Year, like we talked about. But then now he loses his left tackle and left guard for quite a while, it seems like. That stinks.
I think this is the best way to put it. I was going to say it a different way, but I think this is a better way to do it. Rather than wish injury on Matt Stafford, because I don't want that to happen and he would deserve another trophy, is if he were to get hurt, which I wouldn't be shocked, except he's a clone.
Right.
That'd be the only thing. New clone, very healthy.
Yep.
If he got hurt, I was like, who would they even give it to? And I think that's telling that it's like, I've got.
I think he's got even now. I'm not sure. I think he's so far ahead. If he gets 2 more weeks under his belt, he could not play another down. I think he's got it.
Yeah. I agree. I think let's say, what would be the week where it's like, if you missed the last 3 weeks of the season, there could almost be a compelling argument for it. I think if he missed like 2 last weeks of the season, there could be some bullshit afoot, but he should have still locked it by that point. It would just be if voters, like, let's say he got a really bad injury with 2 weeks ago. I almost think people would forget how much football he's actually missing and just be like, that's a shame he got really hurt,
Unless Garoppolo comes in and is terrible.
Correct. So, but the fact that that's even what would need to happen, I think shows how locked up it is. I think that's a great poll. I also had that game circled for a storyline I'll get to in a second, but I think that's a great one. The only thing I can think of is, let's say the Colts finish really strong and make the playoffs. There'll be some folks he won't win, but some voters still vote you take one guy off a team, it's the biggest impact. And I think some people would think that's Jonathan Taylor, but it's not right. I'm just saying he's had
too many stinkers though. Like I said, Stafford could have 3 bad games in a row and then he's tied with Taylor and then he still has the positional advantage.
Well, it's hard when I don't even like the outlook of the Colts right now. So
right.
Meanwhile, the Rams are like, especially this week, it's hard not to be like, oh, you're the best team in the NFC. So, yeah.
What's up, T-Bomb, in the chat?
Hell yeah, dude. Good to see you, T-Bomb. I think with Christopher Columbus as your logo. There you go. Very timely, dude. But what I was going to say about that game, Zach, is I would like to make a little prediction with my headline. Okay. Part of this we know is true, but I'm going to predict what happens tonight, and therefore this storyline would get bigger. Okay. I think, no doubt about it. Last week we were prescribing death warrants out there, I think I am starting to build a casket for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. I think things are not looking good. They're very, very banged up and have been for a while, but I think folks have been but they're in the South, so it doesn't matter. I'm predicting a big upset for Carolina tonight. If Carolina wins this game mixed with that huge loss, I feel like it would totally flip and we wouldn't even have the moment where we're like, are the Bucs out? And we just jump to oh my God, the Panthers are going to win the division.
Yeah. Yeah. I think that's completely fair. Those two things happening back to back, I think people will be talking about that.
Yeah. And I think they're already kind of talking about the Bucs fairly.
People, you won't like this because you love him. And I like him too. But people are really crucifying Todd Bowles on Twitter, saying he needs to be fired and he's the problem.
That's just so incorrect. But I get it. This is probably a story for a different time, but I that doesn't surprise me at all. I hate to say it won't even surprise me if they did it. I feel like 2 things are at play there. Franchises get itchy when it doesn't feel like anything's happening. So they will punish Todd Bowles for lack of progress when that's so not fair. When it's, I think, more clear this year than ever, what they have is working. Their young core is good and Baker is good enough to be built around. So that sucks. Also, maybe for a different day, I feel like we do this thing where there aren't enough coaches being fired. So the industry is who are the ones that we will move around? There are guys we want in seats. So we're well, what seats are going to be open? And the interim ones don't get as much talk. So it's I feel Todd Bowles is underachieved. Maybe him. Atlanta's underachieved. Maybe him. I heard that one too. And listen, I would defend Todd Bowles more than Raheem Morris. I would make some distinctions about the type of coach that we happen to talk about more than often with hot seats there. But what are you going to do? Yeah.
Maybe D'Amico.
Dude, there are people talking about D'Amico.
D'Amico's doing good. Tomlin could be fired. That's a real one. Tomlin's seat's been heating up for a while.
Yeah. I just think they still might fuck around and win the division, but
they might. People are this is the biggest poser team. They're terrible. They're tied for atop the division right now. Let's relax.
What is up with injury blindness, people? Like it's just like I think those things are fair about the Steelers. I don't think this is the week to say them. Like, what did we
No,
learn? You know, besides
they
the
win that
Bears,
game 10 times out of 10 with Aaron Rodgers.
fraud city, dude.
Yeah, complete. Let's not even talk about the Bears. They're for sure real. They're not frauds. No chance. No chance they collapse.
Unbelievable. It's crazy what's happening in Chicago. But that was my second one. For my third one, or I guess our third one, I want to tee it up because I wondered if we'll have one in common. I think a huge storyline is, I guess, has been what's happening in Cleveland, but especially yesterday after Shedeur. I will say, this sucks. I can't believe I'm the guy who's doing this. I went one game tape. And I said it out loud. I said it out loud to my dad yesterday, right before you got there. I said out loud, what were those GMs thinking? One game. I was like,
I knew he should have been first round. Yeah.
Yeah. Fifth rounder, idiots.
Of course. He's better than Dylan Gabriel. That was never a question. That actually was never a question. Like, Dylan Gabriel's not very good at football. I was surprised he was drafted, much less drafted ahead of somebody. But, whatever. I think it's fun. I love how Shedeur handled everything, which is like a complete villain. He was a heel the entire time. He cuts a promo to Cleveland saying, I'm the one you've been looking for. And then he goes and wins. That's great. Snapping that streak. He handled it perfectly. If he did all of this shit and lost, would have been bad. Did he look good yesterday? No. But but he looked the best I've seen out of a Cleveland quarterback since Joe Flacco, I guess. And Flacco is whatever. But like, Shedeur did some things that you can build on. Dylan Gabriel hasn't done anything you can build on. Like, you can coach Shedeur.
Yes, I think you can coach Shedeur. I also think he is, how do I word this? I think he is showing a little bit more awareness of his ability to grow than I was thinking he was gonna. I was very doubtful of any like self-awareness at all. And you know what he didn't do yesterday in the game? Throw it away a shit ton. I was expecting a lot of like, I can throw a ball through anything. Let me get it down there. And if the worst we see is, I think it's a good sign in his first game. If anything, he was very risk adverse. I was like, I didn't really know you had that in you,
True. That's true.
But also, I don't know. I think I'll be careful. I think there's a real chance the Browns run him into the ground rather than doing what they should, which is cool. We got a glimpse of him. Maybe we should protect him a bit now. Nope. Wrong. No.
Instead, give him a mentor like Deshaun Watson. We'll see what he can do.
Yeah. That's coming up. This is not picking on it, but I want to tie it into this storyline. What I do love is like when it's all good, it's all good. And when it's all bad, it's all bad. Like, we're all good on him now. And now every headline I saw from him was like, boy, this guy's a leader. The way he carries himself. Like the clip you're talking about, like, we love that he's Shedeur. We love that he's promising himself to the city of Cleveland. And I'm like,
I saw mostly negative about that.
Oh, really? The coverage I got was maybe mostly in a positive spin of like, I'm sure the sports talk is like, it's too much. But I guess what I saw was like, people have been like, this guy's too cocky, too egotistical. And now they're like, we fucking love it. Give it to me, baby. That's my quarterback.
I think the worst thing that he did yesterday was hug Deion before going out on the field. That's the only thing I would say bad that happened yesterday. Yeah. But the camera was going to find Deion at some point anyway. So get that out of the way early.
I found the way to word it. And this is not a knock. I've never had a problem with this. I guess one reaction I saw was like, boy, do I love how Shedeur believes in himself. And I would like to say, I don't think that was ever in doubt. You know what I'm saying? Like, I never.
No one's ever said that about a pro athlete ever.
No, but it's like when it's going good and he had a cool quote, I just got a little bit of vibe of like, this is what Cleveland needs, someone who believes. And it's like, A, you had Baker Mayfield. B, you had Johnny Manziel. And C, this has been there the whole time. This is not something he needs to build.
How come not one person during COVID said, I like how Aaron Rodgers trusts himself? Not one. They did the exact opposite. And he had research. He had back shit. And then at the end of the day, he was allergic to the fucking vaccine. And everyone's like, he's the devil, man. Like, how is he trying to brainwash me? Don't try to convince me what I know. But
Kirk
Shedeur
Cousins hiring
believes
a
it himself.
bodyguard to keep people away from him rather than get the vaccine. Meanwhile, yeah, Rodgers.
Kirk, yeah.
Kirk, no shit. Fine, go play it. That's smart by Kirk, hiring people. He's got an
Mhm.
infrastructure.
It is. Yeah. He
I'd like to
he
see that.
gave people jobs.
I'd like to see that flu get through another person.
True. Yeah, that's never happened before.
Yeah, so I think it's wild how people talk about it sometimes, but I think that's a huge storyline. Did you have another one at all?
I mean, nothing that beats that.
No.
I think it was a big quarterback week, so you can go around the league at multiple quarterbacks. Joe Burrow is going to come back this week. That was talked about the entire week, and then nothing happened.
We were a quarter away from the Jameis Winston game.
Jameis had a week. He had a game. The
Yeah.
receiving touchdown is play of the year, in my opinion. Luke asked your interesting question. Also, T-Bomb hates when McVay doesn't run the ball on first down on the one. And you know what? If you got a layup, you take the layup, and that's throw it to Devontae Adams. It's
Yeah.
more, it's a higher percentage than a fucking run at this point. Jake, soft tacos or hard tacos? Asked Randy.
Hard.
That is diabolical.
Oh, wow. Really? I mean, in a restaurant, I don't really order tacos, but at home, hard shell.
Really? I don't know if I've even heard anybody answer that before.
Really?
Yeah, I don't think so.
Can I give you some as long as we're here and I feel like I have a button I can poke that's going to make you go crazy?
Sure.
My preferred, if I could, any way I could, I would prefer a walking taco.
I like a walking taco.
Put that shit
but-
in a bag of Cool Ranch Doritos.
yeah, that's good.
That's awesome. Give
I
that-
agree. No, I'm fully good with that. That
But
would be
like
that's authentic.
there's like a great hard shell taco, a great soft shell taco, or a really good batch of ground beef and chips. Like, would you still? Because I'm going walking taco. I can make it myself.
Why doesn't Taco Bell serve that?
No clue. Is there a thing against serving it in the bag?
Well, even so, put it in a box, just pour it out.
Yeah.
It's the same thing. I guess it's nachos, but
I'm kind of surprised. And by the way, trademark motherfuckers, don't do this without giving me some money. I can't believe Lay's doesn't already do that. Like sell a walking taco, like a
Right.
microwavable.
I mean, there's no way for it to be crunchy. That'd be
There's a lot of
disgusting.
bad stuff at the grocery store. I
That's
just
true.
can't believe they didn't give it a shot. You know,
That's true. No one's tried it.
Taco Bell is a great, like if anyone's going to do it.
And they already got the Dorito like hookup.
100%. Taco John's do the same thing, but it's just a Ziploc bag with potato olays.
So yeah, just give it to me in the back alley. Just hand them to me. Those things are like crack.
Yeah.
So good. Raising Cane's, they'll have a little riddle about it. Put some chicken tenders in the bag with some walking taco
Swag, swag,
ingredients.
swag. Here's your chicken in a bag. And then they throw it out in there.
I stab them in the jugular.
Man arrested. It's like Don Mikowski at a bar in Eau Claire.
True. Yeah. Hit about all the college girls. I played in the NFL. Okay, Magic Man. But what I was gonna say, I'm gonna do some Raising Cane's research. What
Yes.
we talked about last week is not going to fall by the wayside. Apparently, there's places that don't do that at all. Raising Cane's locations that don't do anything. Trevor said he thought we were gaslighting him
Oh,
because
wow.
it's never happened to him down there. So that makes it more weird to me. Does it not?
What I don't understand is that's kind of getting at the general concept, which is why is none of it organized?
It's not organized. I
guess
don't
that
know
surprises
who's
me.
pulling the strings at Raising Cane's.
I think it's Peter Herbstreit. That fucking dog's the only one I see out any signs there.
That's so interesting because I haven't been there in, I guess, probably a year since the last time I was spoken at by Rumpelstiltskin at the drive-thru. But
Anybody at a Cane's right now? I'd like to think Luke's at a Cane's right now.
Okay.
anyone who's at a Canes right now, as you listen to this or next time you're in one, I don't think there's a single picture of a person on the wall. There are multiple pictures of golden retrievers. Not necessarily Peter Herbstreit, but
Really?
Canes is named after a dog.
On like the inside or the outside?
Inside. And it's like a mural
Okay,
or
I've never
whatever,
been
and it's
in
cool
one.
about it. Yeah, but it's like, you know, there's no picture of a founder or like a mascot or anything. Like, you could tell me that it's like, we think it's all charming, but it's like, do I go to an office somewhere and it's like dogs playing poker? But it's
Right.
because I could see a meeting full of golden retrievers where they go, bibbidi bobbidi boo, what's new with your food? You know, like the Goldens are like, that's gold. Pun intended. Put it
Okay,
out
so I'm going to pause the show for 1 second and talk directly to one person in the chat. Luke, I love this back and forth of you not asking your question every time. Do you want to come on the show and ask the question to us? Or would you like to put it in the chat?
If you want to put it in the chat, big dog, you go for it. Just
Or
let
if
it
you want the link, let me know. But we're going to move on until you ask your question. Then we'll come back to it.
That is really good.
What we were saying before all of this, I think the headlines, Shedeur has to be one of them. Shedeur, what would it be? Like Shedeur's arrived, Shedeur's taking over.
Shedeur's debut. Yeah.
Yeah, I think that was the biggest story. And I think the MVP race wrapped up, I think, is the big story as well.
I think, yeah, out of the ones we presented for sure. There were some close games and like the outcomes, but I think that will obviously be one we're talking about the rest of the season is the MVP. So I agree.
What's interesting about that though, Luke's fighting demons. Okay, so he's in the bathroom. But what's interesting about the games, they were good games. Almost nothing mattered.
No.
Almost nothing. Like they were close games. Almost a lot mattered, but nothing did. If the Chiefs lost, that would have mattered. If the Lions lost, that would have mattered. Nothing really mattered.
I think there were a few
spots.
consequential games, but unfortunately the outcome went the way where it was most consequential for the least consequential team. What I mean by that is like big game for the Vikings. They were probably already hosed and now they're truly hosed. You know, so some games like that where it's like it was must wins, they didn't get them, you know? So I don't know if that's big news.
Agreed. Okay, so now we're talking about Thanksgiving for the rest of the show, unless Luke stops us and we answer Luke's question. But I think a good way to transition into getting us in the holiday spirit, Jake, I found an article, and I've only read maybe a quarter of it, okay? And we're going to go through it. I can't express to you, this might be the worst article of all time. It could turn around somewhere along the line, but I think it's the worst article.
I'm so excited.
So, Listwire, who I like what they do. This is every state's favorite Thanksgiving side dish this year, okay? I don't know how they measure that since it has not happened yet. So already I'm a little bit questioning on what's going on. Before we get started, what's your favorite side dish for Thanksgiving?
It's in my chat today, and in honor of the chat. The one thing I truly get bummed if I don't see at Thanksgiving is corn, because sometimes it's missing. I think corn casserole, yes, I'm in on, but if that bowl of corn is 50-50 butter corn, we're good. You know what I'm talking about? Just like truly juicy corn. Let's get it.
Luke will answer your question after we dive into this article. But I'm not I like corn casserole a lot. I'm not a corn guy. I don't like corn on the cob, and I don't think I want a loose, juicy bowl of corn personally. Unless, and Thanksgiving's the perfect time for this, I'm a KFC famous.
Oh yeah, with your mashed potatoes. Yeah.
We can build that. We can build a very holiday one of that. But my answer for side dish, thanks for asking. I'm a sweet potato guy. You know?
That's good, dude. That's awesome. I did want to know, motherfucker. You
you did that to me last week and it made me feel bad, so I brought it back to you.
You know what? Touche. All right, good. And that's I've got no shade towards a good comeback. Corn rocks. Put that on a t-shirt, Luke. So sweet potato. We talked about this a little bit this weekend. are you a sweet potato casserole or like just give me a fucking yam? Like where's the, you know,
Give me a
where's
fucking yam, dude. I like if you get some brown sugar on it. I could take or leave the marshmallows. I don't really understand
Yeah.
that, to be completely honest. I'm also a squash guy over sweet potato. There is a difference,
ooh, okay.
but they're close.
But what's
But,
the
yeah.
version of it you like to see at Thanksgiving?
I want some squash. I want some brown sugar, butter, and then I'm putting pepper on top.
Do you want any kind of crunch on top, or it can just be the sweet potato?
I've had it with like pumpkin seeds on it. I'm good with that.
Got it. But not like pecans. Like some got that mix on top or anything. Yeah.
Don't get me started. One of the worst foods of all time. I hate them. So much so that I don't pronounce it correctly. There's 2 ways to pronounce it, and I combine the 2. I say pecan.
By the way, I just think we've realized that you and Luke, who I would say in a lot of ways are pretty in sync on stuff, I feel like we've just realized with Thanksgiving food opinions, you're rocking Austin. Like everything you've had, I think he's very passionately on the other side. We've got corn rocks, sweet potatoes suck, marshmallows rock. Boom, boom,
marshmallows are such a bad food. Such a bad invention. I don't understand it. There's no purpose. There's no point of marshmallows. There's always something better you can have instead of a marshmallow. That includes hot chocolate.
You just said the one that I disagreed on.
I think that's the closest. Or fair. Well, yeah. There's better things than the chocolate, but you got to have the marshmallow. You're right.
This can't be true. I've looked up how were marshmallows invented. Are you ready for this fucking sentence? It's given me by AI. I'm desperately trying to double check, but are you ready?
Sure.
Marshmallows were invented by ancient Egyptians who used, that can't be true, who used the sap of the marshmallow plant mixed with honey for medicinal purposes and as a sweet treat for royalty around 2000 BC. That can't possibly be true.
I knew part of it. Had no idea the first part. I know there's like a mallow plant that was medicinal, so I know that part's true. But I don't know about them. I mean, someone had to have fucked around with it and made it. You know.
In my head, truly, it was going to be like a Post-it note where we made that shit on accident, like we were trying to make a new kind of glue.
Sure. Right.
You know, packing peanuts gone awry.
That'd be interesting. Do you think a packing? Well, I mean, clearly not. I was gonna say, do you think a packing peanut came before a marshmallow? But do you think that
ancient Mesopotamia?
Look up and see. Just can you Google for me? Did the Egyptians invent circus peanuts?
You want circus peanut? Is what I searched.
Yes, not packing peanuts because circus peanuts came first. We know that.
Okay.
Luke also asked, "Is there a circus peanut plant?" I think so.
They're made from marshmallow.
Circus peanuts?
Yeah.
So in a way,
they were there.
The Egyptians did create circus peanuts. Do you think? Okay, one more Google search. Was King Tut? How many circus peanuts were King Tut buried with? At least 7.
Packing peanuts were made in the 60s.
Okay.
And they were
1960s?
1960s.
That's wild.
Was King Tut buried with? Let's just
No. I know they're gonna give you some bullshit. How many circus peanuts was he buried with? I don't want to hear about his cats. I don't want to hear about his jewelry. Live research on the show. It's been a while since we've done this. None. Okay.
I was trying to find a fun way to answer it. I'll give you the real one.
It's fine. Now we know. So now we can put education as a tag on YouTube for the Flurry Sports Podcast.
Luke, by the way, never stop, dog. Technically, there is a circus peanut plant.
You could argue it, and we would. Okay. So now let's figure out what every state's favorite side dish is. We gave 2 very different ones. And, you know, it really could be any. There's a lot of side dishes. So let's just take a look. So let's start with Alabama. Looks like stuffing, dressing. Okay. would you say that's the most popular, or do you think mashed potatoes is?
I think it's definitely the most associated with Thanksgiving. Is like stuffing is more
Sure.
one A, one B. Popular's tough because I would guess that mashed potatoes are just so much easier to make
Sure.
that they're everywhere.
Okay. Alaska is stuffing and dressing. Okay. Arizona is stuffing and dressing.
No,
Interesting.
oh no. I didn't think that would be the way this goes. Okay.
Is there a trend you're seeing? Oh, okay. Let's see. Stuffing and dressing for Arkansas. Great.
Are
That's
these photos credited to the state or just?
no. This one's from Iowa City, Iowa for Arkansas.
Okay.
But, they couldn't. Why they even do that? Don't even put the stupid. Okay. California. Oh, California's stuffing. Okay, cool. That's good. We're learning a lot. Colorado looks like Colorado's stuffing. Okay. This is at the point where I started to scroll a little faster. Connecticut, stuffing, dressing. Good. Delaware, undecided.
No, it's not even turkey.
No, and of course it's fucking Delaware. It's the state that doesn't even exist. Who'd they poll in Delaware? There's nobody there.
It's just Joe Biden. He's undecided. He couldn't remember.
They could. There's so many good ones. I can't
That's
pick.
so uncalled for. Yeah. Too
Well,
many
that-
things.
that
to
too.
pick.
Too many things. Pick one. Everyone else picks stuff. Okay, keep going. Florida, mac and cheese. Feels like that's not
Of
true,
fucking
but that's
course.
fun. Great. Georgia, we're getting back to it. Stuffing and dressing. Great. Hawaii, stuffing and dressing. Idaho, undecided. Of course, it's Idaho. Illinois, undecided. Fuck you guys. Indiana, mashed potatoes.
Oh,
It's finally someone who's thinking for themselves. I applaud Indiana. I haven't gotten this far into the article. I'm now going blind. I just saw so many stuffing and dressings.
yeah, that's insane.
I was like, why is this an article?
And Luke called it. Someone commissioned this article, and they're like,
Oh, yeah.
they didn't think it'd be so fucking unanimous.
Well, it's also the most popular this year. This came out last week.
Yeah, how did they even
Thanksgiving's
attempt?
this week. This is just this is someone's vibe check, or they asked one person from each state. Iowa, mashed potatoes, and they showed fucking Texas barbecue here. It looks like
Yeah,
for Iowa.
a 3-meat
Interesting.
plate. That's the
Do you
photo.
think they switched the photos? Wasn't it Arkansas before with an Iowa picture?
Oh, fuck, dude. Maybe.
Man, these guys suck.
No, because
Kansas.
stuffing.
Kansas mashed potatoes. Can you vouch for that? You were in Kansas.
Yes, and they would call it a casserole.
Interesting. Mashed potato casserole. Just
Yeah,
because
they're
it's in a dish?
They're not a hot dish, people. Everything's a casserole.
Well, mashed potatoes aren't. Is there something underneath this, or is this just mashed potatoes?
That says mashed potato casserole in the fine
Yeah,
print.
but I know, but what's that mean?
I would say yes. Baked in a dish is a casserole. To them, I speak on behalf, not for.
So it's baked mashed potatoes.
Yeah, I would say there has to be something else in it to be considered casserole. Can't be a one ingredient casserole.
Okay, well, we'll do more of that later.
That's a
Kentucky.
repeat photo.
Yeah, right. It is a repeat photo. Louisiana, stuffing and dressing on a pizza. They got
Very
creative on this one.
Louisiana.
Yeah, very Louisiana for sure. Maine, stuffing and dressing didn't even get a photo.
Another
Maryland. Oh, it's doubled up here. Maryland, undecided. Great. Massachusetts, stuffing and dressing. Michigan, stuffing and dressing. Minnesota, stuffing and dressing. Mississippi, stuffing and dressing. Missouri, stuffing
This
and
is
dressing.
insane.
Montana, stuffing and dressing. Nebraska, stuffing and dressing. Nevada, stuffing and dressing. New Hampshire, stuffing and dressing. New Jersey, stuffing and dressing. Good job, guys. New Mexico, mashed potatoes with a white gravy. Okay.
That's our
From
third confident non-stuffing and dressing answer.
And it's from Springfield, which there's a lot of Springfields. Shout out Simpsons, but probably not New Mexico.
Yeah.
New York, mac and cheese at
Okay.
the Arizona State Fair. Good. North Carolina, stuffing and dressing. North Dakota, stuffing and dressing, none in the photo. Ohio, stuffing and dressing. Oklahoma, stuffing and dressing. Oregon, stuffing and dressing at a fucking military gun range.
Our troops in Oregon.
In Oregon, of course. I think those are called neo-Nazis there. Pennsylvania, stuffing and dressing. Rhode Island, what is this? What is this? At this point, the author realizes this is a full fever dream of an article.
Well, first off,
stuffing and dressing.
just because Rhode Island's so small, they
I
took
guess.
that very confined space.
South Carolina, stuffing and dressing. South Dakota, stuffing and dressing. Tennessee, again, what are we doing? Stuffing and dressing. And they're serving turkey dinners for people with AIDS? What is this? Tim Boyle's photo. Shout out former Packer. Interesting. Okay. Texas, stuffing and dressing. Interesting. Utah, mashed potatoes. Okay. Stuffing and dressing for Vermont, but
this whole
Delaware
list is
had
his
a-
favorite side dish. So no turkey. Yeah, of course it's all fucking stuffing and dressing. This is crazy.
well, there's more options than stuffing and dressing, though. Stuffing and dressing for Virginia, though.
But if you don't distinguish it, of course it ends up in,
Well, of course. Right. Yeah. Yeah. There's going to be some people who say cranberry. Some people will say green bean casserole, but everyone's going to say stuffing or dressing. Like West Virginia, stuffing and dressing. Wisconsin, stuffing and dressing. And finally, Wyoming, stuffing and dressing. Did we learn anything today?
that person's bad at their job.
Luke's pissed off. What a waste of bandwidth. That's true. That's true. And I can't even blame AI for that article because AI would have written more.
But I think what's fun, if you just, again, we have no idea how they wrote that article. But if you are polling, someone didn't go, this is how this article is going to turn out.
I'm going to piss everybody off more. Look at this, what they did. Because I've stumbled upon this today too. So if you go to ListWire, first off, number one article is not a list, but they doubled up the article. They did two different SEO titles to get more people to look at it. Every state's favorite Thanksgiving side dish in the USA in 2025. And what is every state's favorite side dish in the United States in 2025? Not for Thanksgiving, just period. So they're going for the clicks heavy on that article.
Also,
heavy.
Luke, couldn't agree more.
On Tennessee's picture remind me of the late 90s indie album. For sure.
Bare Naked Ladies.
Bare Naked Ladies is good. It also looks like one of Hot Mulligan's album covers from not that long ago. So it is kind of a Midwest emo cover too.
Yeah. Iris could have been on that.
True. Okay. Luke's question. And then we got a big announcement for the people at home, a little call to action for you. But if this NFL season was in the same idea and format as a TV show, who is the main character this year? Who is the comic relief? Who are the various characters you would see in the TV show? Who is the main character this year?
So this is interesting because I don't think it's Matt Stafford.
No, I agree.
And maybe that's why his MVP feels a little weird, but I don't think so. I think there's and Travis Kelce is one of these people. I don't think he's the main character.
By the way, all-timer spot on one of the Flurry Sports shows last week. Luke just found out Travis Kelce's engaged. How do you feel about that?
That can't be. That's true.
We ended the show on it. Yeah. I had nothing else to say.
Luke, Daniel Jones is not the main character, and that's wild that you didn't know they were engaged.
Daniel Jones is a pivotal person this year, though. Is he not?
Yeah, but more so than like anybody. I mean, I shouldn't dismiss him offhand. He's definitely in the conversation. I think I talk about him less and less every week. Is that fair to say?
Yes, for sure.
I guess this is also true, but my mind went to Baker.
Baker's a big one. I think Kyle Shanahan's a big one.
Yeah.
There's a lot happening in San Francisco, all revolving around him.
Mike McDaniel.
Well, and it all kind of stems back to Shanahan this year, because you're talking about Brock. We're talking about Mac. We're talking about Ayuk this week. We're talking about McCaffrey's health. We're talking about John Lynch doing some weird shit. They're voiding. Then you got all the people in his tree everywhere else. I don't know. They're a weird one.
If I'm being predictive, I would I'd make an argument for Josh Allen.
I mean, I think it's the main character, the same main character every year. I think it's Jerry Jones.
Oh my God. Hadn't thought about that.
I think it has to be, right?
Well, he definitely has a role in the show, that role being Mr. Burns from The Simpsons.
Yes.
Yeah, he's in it. I mean, what's his role? The antagonist.
Everything comes back to Jerry this year, though.
Yeah. I have a confident answer for comedic relief.
Okay.
Jameis.
Yeah, I mean, he's one of them. He just wasn't present for, if this show is like 4 seasons, he just popped up.
Even his friendship with Jackson Dart was there. Like the Giants were always relevant enough that I feel like he would be in what? Maybe he would have missed a couple episodes, but he would have still been there. The Giants would have been in the background.
He's there. I honestly think JJ McCarthy is up there the way that entire situation's been. He's concussed now. Have you heard about this? I'm sure he is. He's super concussed, dude.
Really good. I'd be concussed too. I think if the Giants as a whole, Giants quarterback, comedic relief.
Yeah. Giants in general. Just Scatabo.
100%. I'm just for sure. Because I think there's a small window where like Jameis is in the news with like the friendship stuff. Then like Russell Wilson is in the news for a little bit. And then Dart takes over. Dart getting dragged out of tents.
You're right. Yeah. Is Ben Johnson the main character?
It's not bad.
He's been, because stemming back from like the off season through now, he is one of the biggest too.
Dan Campbell, Micah Parsons.
They're not but both of them, they're not the biggest person in their story. For Dan Campbell, the bigger person's Ben Johnson. For Micah, the bigger person's Jerry. Jeff says, interesting watching Deshaun Watson being a mentor. I like it personally because the man's still smart. Hey, he's got experience. At what? I don't know.
My reaction to that is more based off. It could be totally wrong. I don't think it's been very documented that he's like in a space to like lead or like impart wisdom. I don't doubt his. I do agree that it's like all of the stuff that we talk about him for doesn't diminish game knowledge or game experience. I just don't know.
You learn from Dabo.
I can't imagine coming into a room and be like, hey man, good game. I've got a couple quick pointers. Like I don't see him being very like feedback oriented.
No, but
more hands-on.
Yeah. Just massaging the situation.
Yeah, exactly. Is the main character just still Patrick Mahomes? And we've yet to see the full scope.
Probably. You can make a strong argument for anyone on the Chiefs or Eagles, to be honest.
Yeah. I am pick one. If we had to pick one, who would you like land on and be like, you can't tell this guy's in more minutes of every episode than everybody else? Like comparatively. Some weeks he won't have most of the airtime, but he's in every one.
I can't tell. I mean, I feel like Jerry Jones is like the main side character, maybe.
100%. And By the way, Jeffrey, I totally agree. I think he's got good game knowledge. I think the knowledge is there. I totally agree.
Might be a good coach.
I don't know about leader of men, but I couldn't coach my way out of a wet paper bag, so I don't fucking know. I think, swear to God, Jameis is going to get himself into a coaching job off of sheer charisma. So, I mean, anything can happen. But, dude, he's going to be the best quarterback coach Vanderbilt's ever seen. He's
Jameis, maybe. I don't know. Jameis feels like high school coach forever and ever.
I agree. I guess I was thinking some like Vanderbilt maybe isn't dinky enough anymore. Like all of a sudden we're like, he's BYU. Like just some
put Jameis at JMU. Let's see what he does.
Oh, be awesome. That would be great. Tulane.
Yeah, Creed Wave.
Yeah, playoff team Tulane. But I thank you, Luke. I think that there's a strong argument that it's like, if it's just going to be in every episode, then I think maybe you do say Stafford or McVay. Like, I don't know if you can tell the story of the season without the Rams.
Stafford's a big one. It's not McVay. Stafford's a big one because of his entire journey so far. Then replacing him with a clone, that's pretty big.
Yeah.
You know, lots of
injuries on the team. I think that's big. What would you say is the, like, Travis Kelce's in the show?
Yes, but even
Uncle
still,
Jesse.
I don't think there's been much heat around Travis Kelce this year, to be completely honest. I think everyone's disinterested.
But that's the whole thing. I think he gets brought up a lot for. I think that's what I'm getting at.
Has anyone watched a single episode of the Kelce podcast this year?
I mean, a lot of people. Now, NFL fans.
Yeah, has any football person watched that show this year? I don't think before. I watched it before and I liked it, but I haven't heard a thing about Travis Kelce.
And it's funny because I just don't even know if it shows up. I tell you what, the clips I see, they're still breaking down game. Like, I don't think they've changed the content. Yeah. I don't disagree with you at all. I think that's interesting. But
yeah, I have no hatred or dislike towards either Kelce brother or anything they do. I just think,
I think straight up, I think he's marketing.
I think he's about to retire, and I think no one wants to talk about it. I think that's it.
Yeah, I think that's fair. Daniel Jones is definitely a big character. It might end up being comedic relief. I think Irsay is a big character.
Irsay's daughters.
Yeah, 100%. I was thinking mostly the daughter.
I think we should get off this question.
You've had it up.
I'm done with it. Yeah. We got to talk about who's thankful, who's not thankful.
Yeah, you know let's get to it, dude. Let's get grateful. All right, let's snap you out of it, Zach. We're back. Don't worry.
Okay, so let's talk about which coaches are thankful, which coaches are not thankful. We're not talking about main characters and not, because we'll just talk ourselves into a circle and decide on nothing. So we are going to rank all these coaches from most thankful, pretty thankful, sort of thankful, here for pie, which they're not hateful, but they're not thankful. You know what I mean? And then hateful coaches. Any first one? I mean, do we just want to go in a row? Let's go in a row. Go in order. Okay. So Jets coach, from whatever reason, I can't think of his name right now. Help me.
Not Johnson. I love him. Taylor.
Glenn Taylor. You're right. Okay.
Glenn
Taylor. No, it's not. That's Aaron Glenn. Glenn Taylor's old Wolves owner.
That's what I got. But I got there. Word association.
Aaron Glenn. I think he's hateful off the top. I mean,
now he's hateful. He does not. Yeah. He is not.
For
a while, I would have put him in like sort of thankful, like, I have a job. And now it's like.
No longer. Andy Reid, Big Red. Is he pretty thankful? I don't think he's the most thankful, but I think he's up there.
I think he's pretty thankful all the time. I think he holds a lot of doors open.
Yeah, for sure. Ben Johnson. He doesn't feel either extreme for me.
I think
think
he's sorta to pretty thankful.
Yeah, let's land that sorta. We'll move
Where
him
do
if
you
we
put
need
someone
to.
who, like, I think is happy about way things are going, but to be fair, I feel like every other sentence I've heard from him is about not taking things for granted. Like, so it's like,
Fair.
is that grateful when he's like, "We're not done," and I'm like, "Well, that's not super grateful." So I don't know.
Okay, so Titans' old coach is hateful. I couldn't even figure out who the fuck it was at first.
Dable's here for pie.
Yeah. Daybell's not that butthurt by it. Shoddy. I don't think he's fake. I think he's just sort of clueless. Is he here for pie?
100%.
Dan Campbell is
Very
so thankful.
So thankful.
Yeah, he would live and die by how thankful he is.
The only
Dan
thing he's
Quinn.
not thankful about is that he had to take his coordinator's job, play calling.
He does feel bad about it. He does.
Yeah.
Dan Quinn.
Is he hateful?
I don't think so. I was thinking sort of thankful, to be completely honest.
I would go there because he's definitely not just here for pie. Dan Quinn's never walked into a space and just existed.
No, that's very true. Now Canales, he's got to be thankful, right?
He's got to be pretty thankful, isn't he?
I think so. He certainly should be, for sure. D'Amico feels pretty thankful.
Sort of pretty. Do you feel like no one thinks they're going to make I feel like D'Amico is a little hard on himself, so I'd say sort of thankful.
Sure, for sure. Jim Harbaugh now. We got both Harbaughs. Jim feels very thankful.
I would say get Jim up by Dan, no matter how the season's going. I just think every day with Justin Herbert is a day of sun,
For sure. Now, John, on the other hand, he is either sorta or here for pie, I think.
I think here for pie. I really don't think he wants to talk about it.
No. I agree. Jonathan Gannon. I don't know how to rank this guy, to be completely honest. I don't think he's hateful.
I think he's sort of thankful, but he shouldn't be.
Sure. Thankful he has a job. Maybe a little hateful that no one knows anything about him.
I think Jonathan Gannon's a little like, he's the one in the reporter room going like, it's a long season. We've got time. Like he's the one who's like trying to get the room up,
Sure. Yeah. He's convincing everybody. He's rallying every person in the building there. Kellen Moore. Man.
Perky.
You think he's perky?
A little bit.
Okay.
Do you think he's here for pie? I was between.
I'm fine with sort of thankful.
I thought sort of thankful. Thankful to have a job, and thankful that this season couldn't matter less.
Agreed. Kevin O'Connell,
man,
to me feels like a very thankful person, but he's in a situation right now.
I'm imagining asking him, "What are you grateful for?" And I feel like he's a little bit in the "Why are you asking?" category.
Yeah,
he's just a little defensive right now. Like if I saw him at the table on Thursday, he'd be like, "No, work's fine. Why would you think otherwise?" Yeah.
No, we're doing okay. This is exactly going according to plan. Actually,
I guess that's the definition of sort of thankful, isn't it?
Sure. I think he still thinks he can turn JJ McCarthy around, and I think he potentially could. We shall see. Stefanski. Is he just here for pie?
I think Stefanski has never been more optimistic than he is right now.
Sure.
So I think here for pie, and he might chirp up later with a little gratitude, but I think here for pie for sure.
Okay. Kyle Shanahan feels perpetually hateful to me.
You took the words out of my mouth. That guy can't, I don't know if he goes to Thanksgiving. I don't know if he attends. By the way, a Shanahan Thanksgiving, fucking shoot me. I don't want to be there.
No, everyone's on edge. It's dead silent. Just here clanking of silverware.
The Shanahan Thanksgiving is one of their partners going, "What's everyone thankful for?" And Mike and Kyle making fun of whatever anyone says. Oh, your family.
Yeah, for sure. That or they all just answer John Elway. One or the other.
Yeah, 100%. Terrell Davis.
Liam Cohen feels pretty thankful to me.
Oh, I think he's in the top 3. I think this guy,
Yeah.
really grateful all the time. I don't know if he'll shake out with the other 2, but like for this season, could it be going better for him? I don't know.
Not really. He did look very clueless at what Trevor Lawrence was doing this past week.
Okay.
He was less thankful then. LaFleur is dropping by the day.
Yeah.
But
good week for him though.
Yeah. Is he sort of thankful?
I think sort of is fair.
He's not the bottom 2. I don't think he's these categories. He's
but
either
he
pretty
can't
or
be
fair.
higher when he's literally still at risk of losing a job.
True. Mike McDaniel has, or Mike McDaniel. We'll do the other one after. Mike McDaniel feels.
Can't believe he's still here for the pie.
Yeah,
right?
Yeah, that's fair.
I think he was hateful, and now I think he's hoping people forget he's still in the room.
For sure, yeah. He's survived long enough where he's like, he's not. You can't fire him now. You know?
No.
Now he's winning games. Now it's like,
not when he's enjoying so much pie.
You invited him to Thanksgiving for 3 years, and you didn't want to invite him anymore, but he showed up.
Yeah,
you can't kick him out. You know? Is the Seahawks first is their head coach's first name Mike as well?
Yeah.
Mike McDonald? Okay. Screwing me up. Mike McDaniel, Mike McDonald. Okay. He's got to be pretty thankful.
I think so. I think he's got a little bit of that. I'm not really thankful for anything ever, but I think he's got to be pretty thankful.
We just don't know anything about him. I feel like he hasn't spoken into a microphone once, and that's just because no one listens to it. It's the Seahawks.
Or he talks like this. He's just like really shy.
He might. I'm not 100% sure what his voice is. Who knows?
Okay.
That or he just feels like, I think if we, okay, stay with me here. I think there's a chance Ron Rivera cloned himself, and the younger version that he cloned himself into might be Mike McDonald. That's how I view him. I think he's just Riverboat Ron.
I love that. And he's holding it in so people don't figure it out too quickly.
Right. That's how I feel that. Now, Mike Tomlin, he's such a passionate guy. So I feel like he's thankful, but
I think he still might be pretty thankful.
I think so too. He's never had a bad day.
I agree.
He's always happy to be alive.
Yeah, 100%.
No, Vrabel. I don't think he's hateful, but he's not thankful.
No, is he here for the pie? But like
he might
on his own terms. He brought the pie.
Right. Yeah. He brought the pie. No one else gets the pie.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fair.
You can't ask me if I'm grateful. I brought the pie.
Right. That's true. Sirianni. He is criticized nonstop. Is he hateful?
I think hateful. And like perpetually so.
Probably.
Pete. Big. He likes it. Pete is very thankful. Should not be.
Think he's all the way to the top? You think he's
no. Second tier. I think same as Mike Tomlin.
That's fair. That's fair. Raheem feels middle to me.
Yeah, sort of thankful. I can do sort of thankful. Yeah.
He's around here.
Yeah.
What's his name?
Doug McDermott.
For whatever reason, I wanted to say Donahue.
No, I was all over Dougie Fresh.
It's definitely not Doug.
It's not?
What's his name? I don't think so. Sean McDermott, yeah. He's getting his buttons pushed this year. Is he sort of, or is he lower?
Oh my fucking God. Doug McDermott. I was thinking of Dougie Fresh.
Doug McDermott from Creighton.
Yeah, that's what I got stuck on. He's high, isn't he, Sean?
You think so? Maybe. Yeah, it's hard to tell. He's a week by week guy to me.
I put him in sorta then.
Okay. McVay's got to be very thankful.
Very thankful. Yeah.
Top or second?
No, top. He's in that echelon, I think.
I think it's fair.
Oh,
Sean Payton is hateful.
that
He
guy
is the
hates
devil.
pie.
Yes, for sure.
Big dick and he hates pie. Those are the two things we know about Sean Payton.
True. Steichen has to be pretty thankful.
I think pretty thankful.
Okay, but he's upset no one's talked about him.
100%. If this season was flipped, they'd end and he'd be like God's gift, but he started too hot.
Sean Steichen's the guy. Steichen's the guy who loves Thanksgiving but is never invited.
I like that.
But he's very thankful, but he's just never there. Todd Bowles, sorta, right?
I think sorta. I think Todd's really upset at the injuries.
Yes, I agree.
This guy
and Zach Taylor, is he here for pie or hateful?
I think he's got to be so upset between the injuries and the spitting. Like,
fair.
He's kind of driving a clown car.
I mean, yeah, that is the Cincinnati Bengals. I mean, you can say that for a lot of these guys on the bottom. Not Sean Payton. He's just the devil. But Aaron Glenn's driving a clown car. I feel the same about Sirianni at this point.
Yeah, Shanahan and just have Sean Payton like live at that table that the other ones are visiting.
For sure. Okay. Now,
who's the most? Is it Dan?
Yes, you can. Dan Campbell cries every Thanksgiving giving a speech about what he's thankful for, and I don't think that's even an exaggeration.
Both hateful and here for the pie. That's so true. When I initially pitched this to you today, we're not going to do all the quarterbacks, but I had an epiphany, and I just want to see if you can think of anyone. I was trying to think of what quarterback would be the most grateful, and I came to this realization, Zach. I had 3 very strong contenders, and they all played for the same team. I think there's an argument all 3 New York Giants quarterbacks are the most grateful. Like, Jameis is easy.
You think Russ is?
I think Russ is delusional. And so I think there's a piece that, like, yes, I think in let me be nice, in a somewhat sweet way, I think things are always looking up for Russ.
Really? I'm not sure. I think Sean Payton took that from him.
Took it from him. Yeah. I don't know. I think they've all got that spirit of like, I'm never going to die. I think Russ still thinks he's going to get another starting quarterback job.
He might. I don't know.
But is there a quarterback outside of the Giants locker room? Like, Jameis feels very like he's literally out here thanking the Lord and the universe. And
yes. I mean, put Jameis on the Detroit Lions and let him and Dan Campbell just run the show. That would be incredible.
Least grateful quarterback in the best way possible, Baker Mayfield.
Probably.
Love him. Probably. He just seems a little like,
I mean, Kyler Murray too, to be honest.
Yeah, in a different way. I love that. Yeah.
Yeah, in like a millennial douchebag way.
If I could pick a dark horse, be like, don't let Andrew Luck into that bracket. If he gets invited, it's a tough out.
He would be very thankful. Is Andrew Luck. He's doing his shit at Stanford right now. I like him.
Yeah.
Sam Darnold's got to be pretty thankful at this point.
I think so. Whether you like, I think Jordan Love's pretty thankful.
Yes, 100%.
Yeah.
Well, I think I might disagree. I think he should be. I don't think he has any emotion. I think he's a psychopath.
I think that's fair. I think that could be fair.
Listen, every time he talks into a microphone, he says how he thinks, he acts how he thinks he should act. I don't think there's anything genuine. It's really weird.
I think he's very, very media trained. I agree. Hard to separate.
I don't think so. I don't think so. I think he's a psychopath. I think he doesn't have emotion and he pretends to have emotion.
I don't know. I don't got that strong a read on him, but I don't disagree with you. That's just not my hard stance on it.
Fair enough.
Mac Jones? Fair.
Mac Jones, yeah. I mean,
Jalen
that's
Hurts
the only
is a
reason he's
lightweight.
Kyle Shanahan's only thankful because of Mac Jones, because he finally gets the quarterback he wanted from the beginning.
That's really true. Trevor Lawrence, of course.
As which?
What? Grateful.
You think so? Maybe.
In like
I don't know.
The Lord is good to me, Johnny Appleseed kind of way, you know?
Sure. That's fair. That's
Bryce
fair.
Young. Can't believe what's happening.
That's another person. I don't know his voice. I don't think I've ever heard him speak.
Oh, it's really high.
I hope I never do.
Yeah. How thankful do you think Caleb Williams is? This is my last question to you.
Not what's Caleb Williams is a guy who thinks if he fails as an NFL quarterback, he just gets to move on to the next thing.
Yeah.
This is just his first job.
I think that's fair. Jeffrey, just to highlight a comment, thanks for being engaged all show. I agree too. Carson Wentz he was really grateful. They treated their hometown boy pretty bad.
They did, but he went out doing what he loved, and that's getting hurt on every play and putting his body on the line. Like, I think he's thankful. He had the time of his fucking life. This is what he loves to do.
Matt Stafford, I don't know, indifferent.
Which one?
We thank you for listening to the Flurry Sports Podcast, which we're going to go out on a very special announcement, Zach.
Yes. So the award-nominated Flurry Sports Podcast is back at it again.
Yes.
We're on our shit once again,
grateful?
People.
We'll tell you about 2 months how grateful we are.
Yeah, I know. We will be grateful if you vote for us. So if you can scan the QR code right here. Otherwise, I will put the link in the chat. All you need is an email address to vote for us. And we would be very thankful if you did so. I will show you where to go. But yes, so volume1.org is a local news, place or whatever. We got a bunch of awards here. You can go to Best Local Podcast here. And we are nominated, Flurry Sports being nominated for a few different ones. You can vote for, I think, up to 4. But Flurry Sports Podcast right here, definitely give us a vote here once you sign in. And they're not going to spam you or anything. Lombardi Sweep is our Green Bay Packers podcast. Definitely go vote there. And if you want to, give I Don't Think So a nice little vote there.
Come on.
Vote for them over Fantasy Football by Committee, which is also us, but we haven't uploaded there. So definitely Flurry Sports Podcast, I Don't Think So, and Lombardi Sweep. And if you have another extra 5 seconds, scroll down to Best Local News Writer, one above it. 10 options. But there's really one that you should vote for. That's Zach Bruner. That's me. Hello. How you doing? Vote for me as Best Local News Writer, and I will burn the place down. What I've been saying is if we win Best Podcast, I think it's only fair for the people who vote for us.
Yeah.
We'll say something you want us to say.
Absolutely.
We'll put it into the speech.
You put it, we're giving the speech now. I agree. It's been a long time coming. The folks know we were robbed by 30 for 30.
Yes, that's real.
That's real. We finished I don't know if we finished second. We didn't win.
We got a lot of votes.
We got a lot of votes
in like 48 hours because we didn't find out until last second.
We got a lot of fucking votes. We lost to 30 for 30 for a Webby. Now we can't beat the actual Volume 1 podcast.
Yeah, let's see what the fuck. Who's even nominated? I haven't even looked. A Bedtime Story. That looks like AI bullshit. Don't like that.
Who's the one logo that looks like you're the host of it? Keep going down.
Like this one?
Yeah, every time
Bowling with the Fef.
Oh, do you have a secret bowling podcast?
Maybe. What's your bowling story all about? That's actually kind of fun. Okay, this is kind of a good show. This is a very good idea. If it's
Zach,
not,
stop. They have to vote for us. Don't promote
yeah. I don't even want you throwing a pity vote his way, but it's a very funny idea.
If Bowling with the Fef wins, we'll also take credit for it.
Yeah, it's me for sure. That's very funny. Blue Ox running podcast? No way. Who wants to? Let's talk about running. What a terrible idea.
Can you click on that? I just want to see if my boss is the one doing that podcast. No, I don't think so.
Do you know what your boss looks like?
I'm wondering if that's his partner on the right. But in any case, don't.
Well, wouldn't that be the boss? Wouldn't that be the guy? I think they're a couple. Are they not?
Can you tell that from a photo? I don't know. It just kind of looks like it.
He's pointing at her and she's flipping off the camera there.
Oh, I can't. I've got a QR code on my screen. It says vote for us.
Oh, sorry. Have you voted?
I got to do all my votes yet. But folks,
okay, everyone go vote.
Get in the polls. Voting matters. God damn it.
And you can create email addresses and keep voting.
Keep voting.
Dark Woods Paranormal Podcast. Interesting.
I do think we've lit a fire under the podcast category. There's a lot of podcasts to do now.
Way more than before. Few Goldilocks Bears Podcast. That's a terrible name. Find Your True North podcast series. Bad name.
Getting Dizzy with Emma and Izzy.
That interesting. So they get drunk and they talk about shit. Hidden Chippewa Valley. No. Intuitive Real Talk. Bad. Jacob Wells. Religion. Kitchen Sink. Nothing good. These fuckers are back at it again. The Royal Credit Union Money Donut
all their
Podcast
employees vote. Yeah.
Has all their members, like, they take money out of their freaking accounts, or they know everybody's email address because you have to sign into the account. They just
That's what we're up against, folks. We're the little guys here.
We are the little guys. Passion Pod. This one, I think, won last year. Stupid. Dumb. Bad.
The Real
Small
King
Town
Podcast.
Big Place. Great name. That's a good name.
That is really good.
Spiritual Dumpster Diving. Okay. I'm interested.
This is a
Type
lot
2
of nominees.
travel. Okay. Unfiltered Game Plan. And we didn't know what we didn't know.
They were pissed the I Don't Think So podcast title was taken.
Yeah, we beat them to it. Okay, well, yeah. If you want to tear down some just bad podcasts, let's be honest. Lombardi Sweep, your Green Bay Packers podcast, of course, and then Flurry Sports podcast, and then the third place can be I Don't Think So. I want to sweep the category. If we sweep the category, I will be undeniable at this thing. I will talk down to everybody. That's a promise. Jake will do it literally. I will do it metaphorically.
Yeah. Well, listen. Oh my God. I'll wear the most colorful suit you've ever seen.
I think we Dumb and Dumber it. 100%.
100%. Who's the guy who was the NBA announcer for years?
Oh, Craig Sager?
I'm Sager at it. Get in there.
I feel like that's the name. That's wild. His suits were sick.
Can you imagine? I just want you to trash talk. I stand behind you bodyguard style in a polka dot suit.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I'll cut a promo on. To be completely honest, I will cut a promo on the Money Donuts podcast. That's going to be no matter what, because I'm pissed off. I think everyone else is pissed too.
You should be. Or do we get up there and see how long it takes to realize we're quoting Macho Man?
Yeah. Cream of the crop. I mean, that's going to come up for sure.
Yeah.
On balance, off balance, I don't matter. We're better than you.
Yeah. How long before the voice slips out? Yeah.
Yeah. You'll have in your big, colorful suit, you'll have all the creamers. You'll just be
100%.
behind me stacking them up.
And then I come out, I'm like, oh, I'll take over. I can't hold these alligators down.
Yeah.
We're
We're just gonna do wrestling promos. We'll do Steiner math in there at some point.
Yeah, honestly, Steiner math would be great for this.
It would be, yeah. We'll just
You
start
forgot
barking
to
at them.
factor in the Royal Credit Union is afraid of me, so they have no chance. That takes their 33.33 repeating odds, gives it to me.
The two people in the room that know what that is would find it very funny.
Yeah,
It might just be us.
Yeah, I like to think it's us and maybe the Dizzy podcast. They could be
Maybe.
wrestling fans.
Very true.
But we know
but
you
yeah.
are. Please vote. Get out there and have such a good Thanksgiving, everybody. Especially
Yes.
Jeffrey and Luke who are hanging out with us today. Randy, of course.
And I think we got 2 weeks to vote. So at your family Thanksgiving, force everyone to
QR
vote.
code.
Yes. QR code, link in the description, volume1.org. You'll see the best of voting. You just sign in, you click best local podcast, you click best local writer. Bada bing, bada boom. We're award winners.
Oh, man.
Easy.
I
That
need
seems
it.
so easy. So yeah, inject it in my veins, please. We will be back next week reminding you that you have a week left. Stay tuned for that.